Hello everyone, welcome to Worship Media. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell.
Hi everybody, how you guys doing? Um Welcome to today's broadcast. I have a very special guest in the house tonight. Good evening. If you're in Nigeria, I know it's about 5 o'clock. And for those of you in all the Asian countries, China, the rest of you, I know it's 12 midnight. Hey, Sabonin. Long time. How are you, sir? Good to have you on. I was supposed to do this through WhatsApp, but if Comrade Odorige is listening, I will please ask him to connect through Facebook. Okay, so Comrade Odorige, if you're listening, please, I'm going to connect you through Facebook. Okay, I think we can do Facebook. All right. Yeah, please go ahead and invite as many people as possible. It is important that we talk about the state of our nation. I know you all are very busy. Everybody's very, very busy. But honestly speaking, if you still have something to do with Nigeria, if you have loved ones in Nigeria, if you have investment in Nigeria, physical, spiritual, whatever, and I need you to not give up on Nigeria. Okay, so that's why we have to keep talking about Nigeria. All right, so please invite as many people as possible. Our guest tonight is someone that you will be very happy to know that he is with us. His passion for Nigeria is so undiluted. You can tell from his broadcast, from all the things that he keeps doing online. So he's someone that I respect a lot, and that's why. And I'm so glad I reached out to him and he agreed to come on the show. So I'm just gonna do this through Facebook and WhatsApp. Yeah, we're still within our housekeeping time, so let's go ahead and invite as many people as possible. All right, share the video, share the video, share the video, everybody, please. Let's share the video. Don't be selfish. That's what I always tell people. When you see a great discussion going on, give me 1 second. We're still getting set. When you see a great discussion going on, all you gotta do is just join in. Okay? Yeah, that's what you have to do. All you have to do also is to spread the news. Spread the news. Get somebody to come on. We don't be selfish. Bazwari Enterprises. How are you, sir? Good to have you on. Hey guys, please invite as many people as possible. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. I'm actually gonna use the other phone and call. Okay, I'm glad that I was able to make a connection through another phone. I was almost panicking that I mixed things up. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting your time, I'm gonna bring on our special guest for this this small chat here. He's not someone that you don't know. It's actually a very popular household name. So let me just flip the camera and bring him on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to make welcome Comrade Frederick Odorige himself. Let me put down this light so it doesn't reflect. Hey, Comrade, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome, wonderful. Let me take away this. So, how is your own area? How area?
The area is physically calm.
Oh yeah.
But internally, it is boiling.
I can understand. Let me start by thanking you for all the awesome things that you do. You have shown very tremendous commitment and passion, for your country, Nigeria. And I want to ask, what is it that prompts you to do all these things that you do? Where is it coming from?
First and foremost, I also should thank you for the things that you're doing. We are watching you, and people like you also encourages us. Talking about where it's coming from, I am under the leading of the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to elaborate more on this tomorrow by the time I release my reply to the federal government of Nigeria that have made some statements in relation to the August 5th revolution. And they mentioned the name of our coalition, the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, but they mentioned our name in error. So I'm going to clarify some of this stuff tomorrow. So the basic thing I'm saying is that I don't have the words of my own. Some people that listen to me, they are more courageous, more intelligent, more eloquent than I am. But I am under a leading, I'm under a calling, and the world will know that all is not well in Nigeria. And we are going to do it in such a way that Nigerians at home will know that they are not alone. Because for now, some of them have conditioned themselves to action, and they have been intimidated and brutalized over the years. So many people are afraid to come out. And secondly, where am I getting my energy from? When I look back home, we all live abroad, and conditions here are quite better. But inside us, there is a storm, because all is not well at home. Because definitely we go home, and it will be unfair for us to bequeath today's sorry Nigeria to our children.
So, let me go back. I didn't start where I was supposed to start. I normally start by letting our guests know, who you are. So let's just break it down, slow down a little bit, and have you formally tell us who you are. Let's not assume that everybody that is watching the program already knows you. A lot of them already know you because they've been following me, they've been following you, they've been following the happenings in Nigeria. But let me go back and make a proper introduction for them. So who is Frederick Odorige?
Frederick Odorige is a young man that has spent over 5 decades on planet Earth. I have a background in military science. I am a preacher of the world. I am an evangelist. And I'm in Nigeria, from Delta State, to be precise. And currently, I'm also the president of the Nigerian Association in Hungary.
Oh, awesome. Now, the federal government listed your organization when they were talking about the revolution now. What did they say about your organization? How did they mention your name?
When targeting Nigerians for a shift or a change in government. That is to say that the Nigerians that they know don't have their own brains. That is to say that the Nigerians they know don't find any problem with Nigeria as it is today. That is to say that all is well in Nigeria. That is to say that Nigerians living at home needed external bodies to instigate them to the realities on ground. So these are just ironies.
Okay, so this is what the federal government is saying. According to you, the federal government is saying that you are misrepresenting the state of the nation. Now, you personally, what do you think is the state of Nigeria as a nation, you know, as regards its citizens, its security, quality of life, you know, so many things, education, economy. What is your own perception of the state of the Nigerian nation?
We are 0%. 0%. Because if you look at the budgets in billions that they have done for the past, let's say since 1999, you hear about budgets in billions, in billions, in billions. You start to wonder that at this age and stage, they are still talking about promises of building roads, building hospitals, building schools. So what did they do with the monies that they have budgeted for these things many years back? These are the same campaign promises. After every 4 years, we are going to give you roads, we are going to give you education, we are going to give you this and that. You have been budgeting for all these things for decades. Here are the roads, here is the money. So if you look at the security situation in Nigeria today, Nigeria has never been this bad. It has never been this bad. Of course, it has been bad even in the regime of Jonathan Goodluck. But today's Nigeria is embarrassing to us because when you hear, living abroad, when you hear that they can carry somebody into a bush, slaughter the person, cut his neck, you start to wonder, is this the Nigeria that we know? So the security situation is less than zero. And it's even more despicable because the current president, President Muhammadu Buhari, actually we don't recognize him as a president. I want you to underline that. We don't recognize retired General Muhammadu Buhari as the president of Nigeria, as a coalition. Because an election that led to the killing of 58 Nigerians, for you to ride into power with the blood of Nigerians, and you expect us to call you your excellency, honorable, it's a joke. The last election made a mockery of what the election is supposed to be. So first of all, we don't recognize him as a president, but if the Supreme Court finally declares the sham election of 2019 as appropriate, then as well as abiding citizens, we can begin to address him, the president. So if you look at the hardship, the uncommon hardship, the insecurity, paying $16 million to buy mosquito nets, and our children are dying every day from malaria. You see past ex-governors and their deputies receiving pension for life. Some of them receive as much as 4 million naira after looting our uni, their respective states. You see, pay them for life, give them vehicles after every 4 years, give them a house in the capital city, give them a house in Abuja. Are we joking? And we are funding a legislature that is the highest paid in the world. It's not news anymore. And we are going to finance our budget that is fending for a few. With so many poor children on the street, 16 million children abandoned on the street. Politicians use them as underage voters after every 4 years. Others are sold as suicide bombers to terrorists. For how long must we continue like this? 16 million children on the street is the population of 6 or 9 countries in Europe on the street. So for how long can we just say revolution, revolution, revolution? The word revolution has been in my mouth for the past more than 25 years. I've written books on revolution. So this is not just something that just started manifesting because Showore said it. Showore just emphasized the obvious. This is the same thing everybody has been waiting for and has been talking about. So the situation in Nigeria is horrible. It's horrible. And we cannot pretend that because we are comfortable abroad, therefore, that is why we cannot talk. No, we won't speak. It's time to talk. Because definitely we must go home. I don't want to take my children home and I'm teaching them how to put on generator. Or I'm explaining why the water tanker is up there and that is where we are going to get water. I start to explain because they have not seen such things before. So we must make sure that we build our country. Whether we live here, whether you get citizenship or you have anything, these things we are just here for some time. By the time we go home, we now start to ask ourselves, what did we do from afar? So that is why it is now a big challenge for each and every one of us to begin to speak up, and act up. So the time has come.
Okay. You have just tried to summarize the situation in Nigeria. Well, let me let you know that that is one thing that everybody actually agrees on, agrees with. Everybody agrees that the situation in Nigeria is so terrible. Everybody agrees that the situation in Nigeria is deplorable. Everybody agrees, even the government themselves, they agree that the situation is bad. And their only problem is they keep saying that the method that Showore is using is not good. He's calling for a revolution. He shouldn't be calling for a revolution. So let me say that the government already agrees. The citizens agree, because you don't even have to agree. Just by the things that you experience, you know that the situation has changed. You know that it has never been this bad in Nigeria before. Showore came, like you just said, he is just highlighting the obvious. Showore introduced revolution now to say that, look, Nigerians are tired and they have to just revolt. They have to start embarking on social disobedience. They have to just say, we don't tire. They have to express themselves. And the government clamped him down. My question is this, and my confusion, and what is bewildering to me, is how come the people who are feeling the effects of the terrible situation in Nigeria, how come their response to this call for revolution, this call for reaction, how come it is weak? What is the problem?
You know, when you have experienced a long, you have a long history of military dictatorship, our people have been suppressed for many years. We went through the military regimes of the Abacha's and even this Buhari and several others. So we have been conditioned not to talk, so to speak. So when the civilians came, civilian government came, they started to use the same antics of oppression by the military regime. That is why you see that at every point in time, they're just calling the soldiers, calling the policemen, police officers, just to suppress our voices. So they are using the instrument of fear and intimidation. So when you see people carrying guns like this, and you just start to panic. So these are the same tactics that they are using. So they are using they are trying to instill the spirit of fear into our people. But the problem is that we found ourselves in this situation because for many years Nigerians refused to react. So the problems we're having today is as a result of the long silence of our people. Now, if you look at the crowd, the mammoth crowd of the Hong Kongers, how they enter their airports, how they enter their streets, everywhere in numbers. How many people can you shoot? As populated as we are, if we have like 1 million people on the street, 500,000, how many people can you shoot? Cannot shoot. So by the time we start to come out in numbers, the government will know that something is wrong. So I urge Nigerians, come out in numbers to protest against what is going on in the country. We must protest. There are many things to protest about. Many things to protest about. And we can only do that in numbers. But when people start to say, oh, this does not concern me, this guy involved is not my tribe, we are not from the same region or religion. By the time you start to think of all those things, those are the factors that even should make us, that's what makes us stronger as a people. You know? So we must start to come together, remove tribe, religion, and region out of the way. So by the time we come out in numbers, the government will know that we are serious, because the government is about the people. No people, no government.
Do you think that you know, with the commencement of this Revolution Now protest, it's going to be the organizers have told us that it's going to be a continuous thing. I support the Revolution Now. I'll be doing my bit. I continue to do my bit concerning it. I believe in the convener of that Revolution Now, Omoyele Sowore. Now, do you believe that the small turnout is an indication of people not agreeing with the purpose of the revolution, or that they agree but they are very scared? They have been intimidated so much that they don't think that they have the power to be able to change things. What do you think? And I do believe that it will grow with time as long as the organizers sustain this protest.
Yes. You know, Buhari made mention of the Egyptian revolution, that Nigerians should learn from the Egyptian revolution. And he also concluded that, but through the ballot box. Now, if you trace the history of the Egyptian revolution, they had problems that were not even as harsh as what were happening. The corruption, the abuse of the rule of law and all that, right? Now, on the 25th of January 2011, the Egyptians entered the street to start day one of the protest. And their soldiers came and dispersed everybody, just the way Buhari's police officers did on 5th August. So the people left scared, but they regrouped again after some days, and they stayed on the street for 18 days. On the 18th day, Hosni Mubarak stepped down. And when he stepped down, an election was held. So that was how the revolution gave birth to the ballot box. And I'm going to explain that in details tomorrow. So revolution is part of what Buhari suggested. Ballot box is part of what is suggested. But I will show the interrelationship between the ballot and the revolution.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, so Nigerians must know that we must not be scared of the word revolution. They promised us change. You cannot change without having a revolution. So we're helping him to change, to achieve the change agenda. You cannot just come with a manifesto, you start to lie, and for many years you cannot achieve what you promised. We're not as stupid as they wish us to be. So that is why we must speak up now as a people. Secondly, you just asked now whether the people from the turnout, is it encouraging, right? My second answer is this: something will happen in Nigeria. Something will happen in Nigeria, and that what will happen will infuriate many people, millions of Nigerians, and you don't need anybody to call you to come to the street. Everybody will move at just the same mind, with one mind. Something will happen in Nigeria that will provoke Nigerians. So by then, we don't even need to call anybody. It almost happened when they killed the daughter, when Esme killed the daughter of the chief, right?
Yeah.
It almost happened. But something will happen. that we infuriate and instigate Nigerians, not by our power, not by violence. We never ever preach violence, but definitely I know that the prayers of Nigerians, though it may tarry, can never be in vain.
That's interesting. My brother, thank you for the insight. I guess all we have to do is to encourage Nigerians, make them understand that we know what they are going through. We know there's so much intimidation going on, even online. You notice now that online, when you make a post about what is going on in Nigeria, people who used to comment, in support of your post, they are no longer commenting anymore. And the people who comment against your post, they're having a field day. Everywhere they see you, they come and make comments. Everywhere you post something, they come and post it. In fact, they are now bombing all the social media groups. They come and post nude pictures there. They go and report you. They are doing all of those things. But I think we need to encourage our people to know that these things are expected. They are expected. Just like you have pointed out, even in the Chinese Revolution, when they started, it was a couple of people. They were laughing at them. It was students. They were doing their thing until, and the army was crushing them down, was almost stopping the revolution until that man stood in front of the military tank and it changed the whole thing. Look at what you're talking about, Hong Kong now. Nobody's preaching violence, but you must be careful when you think that you have enough ammunition, you have enough manpower to crush the will of the people. It is not an easy thing to crush. I hope the government understands this, honestly speaking. My brother, I'm going to round up shortly, but I want you to give us an insight. I know you have a response for the government tomorrow. You want to give us an insight on what to expect from your organization and from your coalition, and also from the Nigerian citizenry. What encouraging words do you have for them?
First and foremost, I want to say that Nigerians must not condition themselves to the hardship. All the resources of Nigerians belongs to each and every one of us. When somebody tells you don't revolt, it means that the person wants us to be obedient to hardship and poverty. God forbid. They want us to be obedient to exploitation. God forbid. So our people must begin to rise up and stop complaining on WhatsApp and Facebook. When we started SAP riot in 1989, there was no mobile phone, but it started from our campus, University of Benin. And that was how it entered the streets. People from the streets, they joined us. Other universities joined. No mobile phone. Now, fortunately, we have the social media, which even makes it easier to mobilize. But because of the weakness in spirit, and the government weaponized poverty, so people are now more concerned about
their pockets
and all that. But since they've been going out for their daily breads, how many breads have they really gathered? So, fellow Nigerians, stand up for your rights. Stop dying from inside. People are committing suicide. They are frustrated. Many more will commit. That is not our portion. The big jeep that they are driving is from your money that was stolen. Their big houses is from the hospitals they refuse to build. It's your money. And Nigerians, stop telling your governor, your legislators that you are loyal. I am loyal. I remain loyal for life. It's a curse. How can you be loyal to your oppressor just because he wants to give you a bottle of beer or 2,000 naira? You say you are loyal, and he's stealing from you. You are not loyal to somebody exploiting you. That is a bad language, and Nigerians must stop. And lastly, don't give up. Nigerians, don't give up. You give up the day you die. This revolution is proper and very timely. We have to stand up now and fight for our rights, or forever remain silent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. From the first time I saw you, jump out of that helicopter and you scared the Nigerian government. I've continued to respect you, and I know that people like you are very valuable to our generation right now. We are this generation is in their need of role models. We're in their need of people that we can look up to guide us, and you're one of them, and I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on the program, and we'll be listening. We'll be waiting for your broadcast tomorrow. What time are we going to expect it?
I don't want to really specify on the time. Okay. Definitely tomorrow, 15th day of August, okay, 2019. Right. We officially reply. Shiru Gaba, the senior special assistant to the president, they mentioned us. I will respond to the federal government. I will respond to the IG of police. He mentioned us also. And you know what? You know that the previous IG, Idris, he stopped the revolution or the protest march of Two-Face, about Two-Face, right?
Yeah.
In 2018.
Yeah.
Under the same regime. Yeah. That was a protest march. They did not use the word revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Now we now have a new IG. He stopped a protest march again. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah.
Whether you use protest, whether you use revolution, as far as the IGs are under Buhari, you will get the same reaction. But cannot give up. More explanation on that.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, guys, we're back, and let me settle with this, and I'll come back to you. All right, everybody. That was Frederick Odorige, all the way from Europe, speaking on this coalition and the way the federal government mentioned them when they were talking about the revolution now. And he talked about how tomorrow he is going to be responding to the federal government. Now, let me summarize the major thing that came out of our discussion. We were a little bit surprised, as to why the federal government, is succeeding in intimidating our people, because even the federal government accepts that the situation in Nigeria is very bad. They accept it. They just keep saying that they are trying. But my point is that the people in Nigeria, it is just not making sense how they have come to accept their situation. They have just come to accept their situation. The federal government is intimidating people, is arresting people, and some of my friends think that, yes, the federal government is doing the right thing. They are arresting a situation. How can you be doing the right thing? You're fighting people on the internet. This is a democracy. If you are, see, what the government normally busies itself in doing is to make sure that they provide for the people. If you provide for the people, you don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid that they will revolt. People revolt from you not taking care of them. That is the thing. People revolt from you not doing what they want. That's when they get angry. From a little baby. A little baby doesn't cry when they are satisfied. When they are crying, they need their mother's breast. You cannot preach anything to that little baby, that 2-month-old baby. When they screech, when they scream in your ears, they don't care. They are in the airport. If you take them to a law court where they say, if you make noise, you pay 20 billion. If that little baby is hungry, that baby will scream. And I don't care what kind of whatever measure the mother employs, whether the mother employs CIA, FBI, DSS to make that little baby stop crying, unless she surrenders her breast for that little baby to drink milk, nothing is going to pacify her. So instead of the mother bothering herself about what kind of baby pacifier to buy for the baby, what kind of song to sing for the baby, and what kind of rocking method to use for the baby, whether to stand up and down, whether to rock the baby left to right, whether to sing, no matter the kind of song, you know what is the baby's problem. So I'm trying to tell the federal government, Nigerians are tired. The reason why they are revolting is because things are not working fine. They have told you this 1,000 million times. Instead of you providing what they want, you are busy trying to tell them that if you cry, we will kill you. If you cry, we will shoot you. If you cry, we will arrest you and lock you up and demand for 90 days. And after the 90 days, we demand another one. If you're like El Zagzaki, we will lock you for 5 years. Go and check El Zagzaki. Go and check what we did to Nnamdi Kanu. Go and check what we did to the journalists. You cannot report. Can you imagine where the country is headed? If you're a journalist, you report what you don't like, we lock you up. If you're a citizen, you talk what you don't like, we lock you up. If you're on Facebook, you say what you don't like, we lock you up. If you dance anyhow, if you dance anyhow, you see anyhow, we lock you up. I'm telling you, we will fish you. If we will, what kind of government is that? You are headed in the wrong direction. You are headed in a direction of direct confrontation with the citizenry. And let me tell you something. This one, you know you're deceiving yourselves. You know you're deceiving yourselves. Showore said revolution now. And he said, yeah, he said revolution is going to destroy things. No, that's not revolution, no. That's not the real revolution is coming unless you change. Don't you hear when they say the revolution will not be televised? Come on now. I thought you have been telling all you my friends that are friends of the government that you come and make noise on my page. If you are really hardcore, really, 2019 digitally compliant people who are internet savvy, if you are really what you claim to be, you should know that no revolution is televised. No revolution is advertised. You don't make flyers for revolution. It was a protest. We only tagged it revolution now. The organizers just tagged it revolution now. And you are panicking. It's because you just want to give a dog a bad name so you can hang it. Otherwise, when the real revolution comes, you will know. You will know. All this one is rehearsal. Unless you change, I will always tell you that. You have an ample opportunity to change, but you are not changing. And people say that death will go kill dog. No, they let and smell poo-poo. And they fly. When they hear something, they follow the coffin, enter inside grave. Plenty proverb. You guys need to go and learn. You need to go and learn, but you're not learning. You keep pushing Nigerians. Instead of providing what they want, feed them, give them good schools, build better hospital. Basic things of life, that's what they're asking you for. Protect them. Just protect them. That's all they want. Protect them. You are not. You unleash mayhem on your fellow citizens. You carry Fulani headsmen from outside Nigeria. You load them in trailers and you just come to a forest and you just release them. You just release them on your people. That is very wicked now. In every village right now, go to every village. There is no village that they have not sighted Fulani headsmen. They can't go to farm again. So, Nigerian people, I know that you are intimidated. I know you are fearful. I know that you are just tired. All you want is just leave me alone. Let me just have my peace and sleep. You have given up. There's no hope for tomorrow. Nothing gives you hope. But you must not despair. You must not. You must support those who are able to speak up for you. We will continue to do this. We are putting our lives on the line. We're putting so many things aside to be able to do this because we believe that this is a calling. Honestly, you just find yourself doing this. The more you try to get away from it, the more it's pulling you in. That's how you know that this is a calling. If I don't do this for my generation, God will raise men and women who are better than me to do it. So it is not something it's a privilege to have to speak up against the people who can't speak up. A lot of people wish they could do what I am doing, but they don't have the platform to do it. They don't have the finances to do it. They don't have the privilege of being in a location where I can freely talk like this. So I don't take it for granted. I can as well just not do these videos. I can as well not pay for data. I can as well not work so that I'm able to provide for my family, so that I'm able to be in a condition where I can say this. I can accept not to do all of these things and take the easy road. But I cannot, because I think God has raised me for a time such as this. Those of you who are Christians, those of you who are students of the Bible, remember what happened with Esther and Mordecai. When they told Esther, you need to go and speak on behalf of your people. But her uncle warned her that, let me tell you, because Esther was trying to say, I can't go to the king, because if I go to the king now, if he has not called me, something will happen to me. So I need to look for the right time. Just like some of you who agree that Shore's calling for revolution is the right thing, but you say it's not the right time. Wait for more people to die. Wait for more things to be destroyed. Do mental revolution first. But you didn't say anything before he said it. You didn't do anything before he did it. So all of you who are doing this, that's what Esther was trying to say. That you need to wait for the right time. When the king is in a right mood to raise up his scepter for me, then I can approach him. Or else I could be killed. Mordecai warned her. I said, Esther, listen to me. Listen to me. Shebi, you're now a queen, and you can now have time to choose and pick. But let me warn you, your people are dying. And how do you know that God did not put you in the palace for a time such as this? But let me even remind you that if you refuse to respond to this calling for a service for your people to save them, if you refuse and you do not go, God will still raise somebody from amongst his people to do this same thing that you have refused to do. And when Esther heard that, Esther was encouraged, and she said she will go. If she die, let her die. That is what people like Omoyele Sowore is doing. That's people like Odorige is doing. That is what every freedom fighter is doing. And that is what you too should be doing. Nobody is preaching violence, but go and see what the students are doing in Hong Kong. They just massively come out to the streets, and there is nothing you can do about it. The only thing that you can do about it is listen to the people and say, my people, now get this country. My people, now get us waiting on our want. And then they will say, that money where you give for agriculture, you don't give enough. All these Fulani headsmen that you unleashed on us, they are killing us. Can you come and declare them a terrorist group? You're not being fair. You declared IPOB a terrorist group when they did not kill anybody. You shot so many of their members. You declared the Islamic movement of Nigeria a terrorist group. They've been asking you to release their leader. You refused. When they revolted, you came out with guns and everything. When you started shooting each other, one of you died. You now realize that they should be branded a terrorist group. But Fulani headsmen, they keep on killing people. You have not proscribed them. You have not declared them a terrorist group. Look at what they are causing mayhem all over the place. There are people who quickly, whenever they say there's a kidnap and 50 million is demanded, what happened to the daughter of the Afenifere chief? Maybe you just buried it under. You buried the case under. When you realize that you could not cover up, when those people, those other, because she was not the only one who was, she was killed and others were abducted. The people who were witnesses to that incident came out and said, and said that these people were Fulani headsmen. Close of the case. You didn't say anything again. They killed the Reverend Father in Enugu. You came and said, Mighty Allah said it was not herdsmen. All of you came after me and you are attacking us and attacking other bloggers and attacking everybody who was saying it was Fulani herdsmen. We told you people, we heard, oh, we have other sources of getting our news. They say it's Fulani herdsmen. He said, no. Mighty Allah released a statement saying, no, it was not them. What is happening right now? After they killed the man and the driver, they arrested one chief, they kidnapped one chief. After payment of the money, then they tracked them. When they tracked where they are, now they saw that they were Fulani herdsmen with military uniform and all that. And yet, just a few kilometers away from where this thing was, not kilometers, a few meters away from that, because I know the point they are talking about, and I know the point where there's a military checkpoint after the UNTH in Enugu. It's not up to, it's about maybe 500 meters. I'm telling you this. The military men will hear that gunshot that the Fulani people always shoot when people are passing that place. They will hear it. There's a military checkpoint, and yet they didn't do anything. This is what the people are asking the government to do for them. But I'm telling everybody, you must not be discouraged. There are millions of Nigerians outside. Everybody feels your pain. But you people that are feeling the pain directly, you need to wake up from your slumber. You need to ask questions. Maybe it was you that supposedly voted them in. That means they are responsible to you. They are answerable to you. So you must ask questions. You must demand from the government. A government that says you cannot demand, you cannot talk, you cannot protest, that government is autocratic. You guys, you don't enter one chance. I'm telling you. All right. I'd like to congratulate all the comrades that went out today at Unity Fountain in Abuja to protest against incarceration of Omoyele Sowore. Those of you who just stand by the side to watch where things are going, I also understand not everybody has an equal amount of bravery. So those of you who braved it and came out knowing that the military had shot, policemen had shot people not long ago in that area, but you still came out. I really want to commend you. DG, I also saw you at the protest. I want to commend you and every other person who loves Omoyele Sowore, who loves justice, who is pissed off and tired of the injustice that citizens of Nigeria are facing. I want to ask us not to give up. We will continue. Yes, it looks small, but it will continue to grow by the day because the government is not positioning themselves to change. So as long as they continue to intimidate, harass, and deceive the Nigerian populace, will continue to galvanize and will continue to resist them. That's all that I have for you today. I'd like to thank Odorige for also coming on the show, and we're going to listen out for his own broadcast tomorrow. So from all of us in Worship Media, this is Chidi signing out. Thank you very much.